So welcome to Behind the Bill. Today we're here with Justin Misseldine, and this is episode we're calling it The Call. So R&D Custom Builders is your one-stop shop for a home builder. And how do you get started there? Well, just give us a call, right?
Call me.
Call me. That's the easy way. You can definitely give us a call. We'll put that number here on the screen. But you can also reach out to us, Justin, through the website.
Correct. We have a contact form on the website where we can gather some basic information. And then I'll either reach out to you via text, email, or a phone call as well.
So this next segment is going to be about that. Before we get into it, Justin, I want to know a little bit about you and your family. Where do you live? And tell me about your kids and stuff.
Yeah, so we're a little east of Lavernia, but we're in Marion ISD, technically New Berlin, so about an 8-minute commute for me every day, but married, 3 kiddos, all in Marion ISD. We've got one graduating this year. Kick him out the door and move on to the next couple and see what's going on. Proud R&D homeowners.
So I know Jackson had some basketball tournaments coming up. He did good at them, right?
He's been doing well. We've been doing that for a while, so we were excited about our senior year here and seeing what's coming for him moving forward.
So when is like playoffs start?
Well, playoffs will start probably around, it's best, when you do livestock and stuff, it's never good for basketball season. It's always right in the middle, but it should be right around the start of February. So right when we're kicking off all of our major shows, that's when we'll be doing playoff basketball. But that's okay. This isn't the first year. He's been a starter over there at Marion since his sophomore year. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah,
he's point guard, right?
He usually handles the rock. Yeah, he does a pretty good job of that.
So is he going to go on to college?
He had some folks reach out and say, hey, he wanted him to come in and do a few things, but I think he's pretty much a realist and he understands that he could do that for the next 4 years, but there's a lot of work involved in that. It's a job when you're at the collegiate level, right? So I think he would, he's probably got a little of his old man in him there. He wants to go off to college and have a good time.
So, all right, well, that's cool. Well, getting into it, I know we built your home for you about 8 years ago.
Correct.
And then you were in education.
Was an educator for 21 years, yeah.
Started as an ag teacher.
Right. Started as an ag teacher, then went into administration. Ended up at R&D because I needed to be able to, I needed more family time, right? And so I don't even remember. I think you were on the road, right? And I called you.
Yeah, well, you texted me and you said, are you guys hiring?
Yeah.
And I said, right guy at the right price always.
Yeah. Like I said, the only thing that worried me was the price part, but you guys have been great to me, so I can't complain too much.
So what was when Justin asked about coming on board, I knew his background was in education. Like we say, we started in the ag teacher, but you ended up pretty high up in Northeast Independent School District.
Correct. Yeah. Overseeing several hundred teachers, direct reporting staff, and then several indirect reporting staff. So yeah, a lot of experience managing projects and people and stuff like that.
So when we sat down and we started talking about that, it interests me because it's like, in this time that we're currently in, we're a little slower. Cost is so important to that homeowner. And I was like, I need someone to focus on the cost. And that's what Justin did for us. He came in and he nailed down and he figured out ways where we could, save and not jeopardize that integrity, that quality of the home. So Justin does an amazing job of that. Right now, when you give us a call, Justin answers the phone.
Correct.
If he's with his kids, I may answer the phone. We may get one of our sales team to answer the phone. You'll meet them later, but someone's going to answer your call. If we don't answer your call, we're probably on the phone and we'll call you back within 24 hours. So expect that call back if you do give us a call. But right now, Justin will grab your call, and then from there, ask you some basic questions. We'll get into those a little bit. If everything looks right, you want to proceed forward. And then, of course, we set up that meeting with our sales team. And you'll meet them next. So when a customer, just I kind of want to do scenario thing here, if you will. So if I'm a customer and me and my wife are sitting at home thinking to ourselves, man, should we build a home? Should we not build a home? And we're just kind of curious. Obviously, never hesitates to call, right?
Right. No.
So when you call, I'm like, what questions would be helpful, I guess, for you to help guide that customer down the path? What's some questions that customer should have ready to answer?
And to start off, it never hurts. Just give us a call. We'd be glad to share any of the information that we have. But when you do call, a couple of the things is location. So are you looking to build on land that you own, or are you looking in a certain area for land? or you're looking at one of our neighborhoods, that's always helpful. Size of home is really important. And then we don't want, I don't necessarily need to know an exact budget, but we need to know a kind of an
range.
estimate, a range. And again, our goal is not to design a home that's going to spend every penny in your range or to the highest max of your range. But, you said we kind of have this first conversation and then we decide whether we're going to meet. It will help us as far as knowing whether we need to pursue that next step or not, because, the efficiency, the integrity, the way that R&D builds a home. What did Kevin say the last time is, what separates R&D? That's because we're going to build it like it's our house. So
Build every home like
we're
it's
not
ours.
not going to sacrifice any of those things.
Right.
Then that may mean we're not the builder for some people.
Right.
But if you're looking for the efficiency, the integrity, and us to take that pride in it, then that's why we want to know that budget, just so we can make sure we're compatible with one another. It's just as much as them being comfortable with us as us being
Absolutely.
comfortable with them.
I tell everybody it's a marriage.
That's right.
We're going to be married forever, but 10 years for sure, because that's how long we warranty your home.
That's
So
right.
a year to design and build it, and then 10 years to warranty it. For 11, we're together. So we want to make sure that you trust in us and you feel that we're going to give you the very best product for that largest investment of your life. And if you think that's the correct fit, then we want to make sure that we can do that for you. So let's kind of break each of those down. Let's talk about location. So when customers look at a location, what you need to think of is what's important to you, right?
Correct.
If your kids are going to go to public school,
Right.
then what's important to you? Is it ag? Is it sports? Is it a small school? Is it a large school? If let's say you're homeschool, well, then the school district doesn't matter as much, right? Or you want an easy commute to work? Where do you live? Where do you want to be? Maybe we have a lot of these. My wife works in Austin and I work in South, so I want to be in the middle, which is like Lavernia. Where do you live? Where do your kids do? We kind of help guide you through that, but that's a location. Now, when it comes to land, Justin mentioned you may have family land. Great. You may have bought a lot. Great. But if you don't have any of those, locations that we currently have are from Bulverde out to south of Texas, and then we even know some property out east. We have currently 2 neighborhoods that are ready to go, and in 26 we'll be releasing 7 lots in Lavernia.
Six lots.
Six lots in
yeah.
Lavernia. We decided to make it into 6. So what we did was we made those 2 larger lots. So
right.
we actually got 2 6-acre lots.
Correct.
Where you can get ag exemption for bees. That's why we did that. So that way homeowners can have an opportunity to have some agricultural lots. Get a great area. It's in Lavernia ISD. We got deed restrictions on it, but there's no HOA. A lot of people don't like HOAs. So we have Century Oaks, which is located in New Berlin.
Marion ISD.
Marion ISD, which is 1 acre to currently we have 1.6 acre lots in phase 3. We only have a very few limited lots, I think 3 left in phase 2.
Correct.
Currently, this is the end of 25. So if you're looking at something early 26, we got great prices on those. We're giving a big incentive just to get rid of those lots in phase 2.
Correct.
And then phase 3, we're paving it tomorrow. So we're excited about
That's good.
getting asphalt on the ground in phase 3. We already got some lots spoken for.
Correct.
Money put down on those lots. So we got some really amazing tree lots. I wish I had them lots in 2020 because they'd have flew off the shelves.
Yeah,
But being that we're going into this uptick again, I really think those lots are going to go, and they're going to go quick coming up here in the beginning of 26. So large lots. Actually, 2 of them are actually real close to 2 acres, and I think that one of them has 15 massive
Large oak
century oak trees
Large
on
oak
it.
trees,
Yeah, great area to build on a cul-de-sac. So those lots are premium lots, look great. And then of course we're in St. Hedwig,
St. Hedwig.
Cabasa Estates. That one's paved, ready to go. We already got 3 lots spoken for out there, so we're excited about those going fast. That's a luxury home neighborhood, 2,500 square foot and larger, gated community, curved streets, underground power. That neighborhood's going to be really luxury home living out in the country.
Right.
So we're
2.5 to 7.5 acres
That's right.
there. So
Yeah,
kind of a
large
ranchette,
lots.
more of a ranchette.
Absolutely, and you can have large animals out
Correct.
there. So if you do want a horse for the kids or something like that, obviously all on board for that because you got large acreage.
That's right.
Great soil, so it's a great area. We're blessed to have that, and then of course Lavernia coming on. So we're always looking for that because there's a huge need because people are always, they don't land's tough.
They won't make any more of
And
it.
we'll make any more of it, and we grab it when we can, and so blessed to have the family Salgy trusting us for that Lavernia acreage, and the Brown family trusted in R&D Custom Builders for that New Berlin property, and then in St. Hedwig, I run my cows on these girls' property, and they said, "Man, Ryan, you're awesome," and they wanted to sell their land, but they didn't want to be, low income housing or the tract homes kind of stuff, which you can't do in St. Hedwig, but they could have done it where it's unrestricted, and they're going to continue to live there. So they wanted the very nice homes, and they knew we would do a very high integrity neighborhood. And that neighborhood, the curved streets, and it's got some hills to it, and man, it's got a great feel when you go.
We just got all the names finalized for that neighborhood through Bear Metro. So we're ready to assign actual number addresses on there. So those folks who have bought a lot, they're no longer going to be TBD Kielbasa Estates, right? They'll actually have an address in that neighborhood.
Yeah, so that's crazy. We don't have addresses, and we already got lots.
That's right.
Lots
3 of them.
So it's such an amazing area. So we're blessed to have that. So we got location. That's just kind of how we help guide you through location. The next one is square foot of home, and we're gonna, here in about 2 or 3 weeks, we're gonna have Cachet Mortgage come on, and we're gonna talk to those guys about the mortgage side of things, but to Justin's point, it tremendously helps us. And we don't want to know your max because we want to spend it all. That's not it. But we've so many times had a homeowner come in, and when you're designing a custom home, we're going to ask you, what do you want? Right. So let me just use, for example, a 2,500 square foot home can be $190 a foot, or it can be $350 a foot.
Correct.
And it just goes to, what do you say yes to? And if a customer is looking for the absolute cheapest home, let's say it's a starter home, I'm going to sell it in 2 years, and I just want something cheap built. That's another builder, right? That's not us.
Absolutely.
We're the guy that says we're going to build it with very efficient. Your energy bills are going to be cost effective. It's going to cost a little more up front, but you're going to save those in 2 or 3 years. In 2 or 3 years, you're going to see all that savings back in your electrical bills. The integrity of the home, you're not going to have to worry about it. So those are the things we're looking at for long. Like, for example, our fascia board, which is the board that goes around right below your Christmas lights. The fascia board, that's hardy, so it's concrete. So when we build it, you never have to paint it. It's never going to rot. It's going to last forever. So those are the things. Just one small thing we do to make sure that home is going to stand the test of time. So price point is very important. So when they call, if you've already called the bank, that helps.
Correct.
Because now we know. So if you say, hey guys, I'm 650 and I'm looking for this area, what do you got? So we'll start asking the question of square footage.
Correct.
Because, well, are you more interested in more land or a bigger home?
Right.
And
it helps a little bit to know what you want in that square footage. Mm-hmm. So some of the questions that I will ask is bathrooms, bedrooms. Right. One of the exercises we do a lot when we sit down with a customer in an initial design phase, or even at a second meeting, is you have to understand a back porch, $50 a square foot, a kitchen, $500 a square foot. Right. So how those things kind of balance will drive. You talked about $190 to $350 a square foot, but some of those questions about what you want inside that 2,500 square foot drives that price as well. So on average, we're anywhere from $225 to $235 right now, kind of for your standard, right?
And that's with a garage.
With a garage,
back
absolutely.
Porch, driveway,
correct,
septic, all the things. That's a very
It's
nice,
a turnkey.
Yes,
right. You're moving in.
Yeah, if you want to get cheaper than you're building on your own land, things like no garage.
Correct.
That saves a bunch of money, or smaller back porches or things like that.
Gravel driveway.
Exactly. Right. Versus concrete.
Correct.
We're not even touching the living foot. We're not touching your kitchen. Typically, if we're looking to save money, and that's the beauty about R&D Custom Builders putting it all in one package, is if we know that budget and we design that home and it's a little outside of the budget, right? What we can do is we can sit down with you and say, okay, being that we drew the plans, let's cut 2 foot off the back porch, and that saves you $7,000. Let's take those 2 little side front porches off you're probably never going to use, and that'll save you $10,000. And before you know it, take the metal roof off, that's $20,000. Stick the propane out, that's $11,000. We can give you all of those things, or all those ways of saving.
Without impacting the way you live.
Without impacting the way you live.
Right.
Without touching your
Bedrooms.
primary area.
Right.
Without touching the kitchen. Right. So that's the beauty about bringing it all to one. And that's why I was so crucial on wanting to do that, was because I want to make sure that I can still build for that customer.
Right.
Now, if they bring me a set of plans that I can't change it, right? So then now at this point, I'm like, I'm sorry, the price is what it is. Yeah, I take your metal roof off, but I can't change the
Right.
plan, the
Right.
footprint. So anyway, that's what Barry does great, and what
He's
your
awesome
sales
at
team
it.
does
Yeah.
great is sitting there saying, okay, how can we get this customer in their home in their budget?
Correct. Correct.
So
Well, and it just helps them guide that, right? I know y'all are going to talk to sales next, but knowing that too, when you step up to meet with that sales rep, and I have already that information, I can let that sales rep know, hey, here's the target. These are the things we want, and so they can help guide with things like, what kind of flooring do we want to put? What kind of roof do we want to put? Are we good with a 10-foot plate versus a 12-foot plate? Those kind of things guide that very first meeting where you're going to have a lot of those details involved. Yeah.
So we got location, we got price and square footage.
Correct.
That's what's very important to know. Outside of that, we just need to know when you can meet.
That's right. Those are the three big ones. And so kind of after that first phone call, that's that's us chatting online and setting up for that blind date, right? So then after that, we want to set up the time for that blind date and come out and visit. We'll sit you in one of our homes, and I know they'll talk about that.
So when you give us a call and everything looks great, you like what you have to hear from us, Justin sets that meeting with Greg, Elizabeth, or Christy, and then a location.
And you usually get Ryan or I at those meetings
Yeah,
as well.
definitely. And then we'll either meet here at this location, which is in Lavernia, downtown
Correct, in
Lavernia,
our office. Yeah.
or we'll meet at our model home, which is currently out at Century Oaks.
Right now, Century Oaks is a good spot, especially if you're in the market to try and look, because I think we've got the model, we've got a spec,
Yep.
and then we've got 4 custom builds going on in there right now. If you're wondering if R&D is your builder, sneak by there and walk a home, because there's a lot to see.
So 303 Century Oaks Drive, New Berlin, will get you to the
To
entrance.
the neighborhood, yep.
Yeah,
And
then
we're at
when
156 as our model home,
and every home in there we built.
as R&D build.
Yep. So when you enter, you go to the right. That's the phase 1. Straight ahead's phase 2, and then when you see the new streets to the left, that's phase 3. Go out there and pick out which lot you think your family would like the most, because they're all great. They all got different features and goods and pros and cons, but I just love them all. You're off a little great Santa Clara road. It's quiet, private. So many homeowners from Schertz and Cibolo, because when they built out in Schertz and Cibolo, they were, like, oh, this is awesome. And then all of a sudden, all grew up. And we're still a short drive from Schertz and Cibolo. And
Location's fantastic in Century Oaks. You're in Marion ISD. You're 2 minutes from Interstate 10.
Yeah.
So if you're working towards the Seguin or San Marcos area, you're not far. And of course, San Antonio, especially the east side of town's right there. So.
Yeah. This is a great location and an amazing school district too. Mary Bulldogs, they're solid. So anyway, if there's anything you want to hit on before we wrap her up here, Justin?
No, I think we got it. Give us a call. Price, point, size of home, and location. Those are the 3 big ones that I need to have the sales team prepped with, and that I can have a conversation with a potential homeowner about in order to kind of start that initial conversation.
All right. Well, we always end on, if you could ask me anything, what would you ask me?
Yeah, I think, and we've talked a little bit. I like to hit the links and try to play. Of course, when you've got 7th, 6th, 7th, and 12th graders, you don't get out there very often. But you got a good golf story you can share with us?
A good golf story.
I know you're a good time on the golf course. Do the balls go straight?
You know what? The reason I still attempt to go play golf is because about 1 out of 15 actually go straight. Yeah. And when it actually just does what it's supposed to, it's like, oh, I love this. And then the next 14 swings, you're trying to keep your club from.
It's that one good one that brings you back.
So, good golf story. Man, I play in a lot of fundraisers, always get invited to those, and they're always a fun time. I don't remember the last time I actually finished the 18. They asked me what my handicap is, and I'm like, I don't really 100% know what that means, but I guess it's bad. Like, great, poor, bad. I'm putting in the bad category. Yeah. So,
you're one of those good team guys, right?
I am. And God rest my grandma. I loved her, but she, her son, my uncle, was working for South Ball Mill, which is Southwestern Bell, which is now AT&T. They bought out. Anyway, he worked for them back then, and he moved up the corporate ladder. And when you get up there, you play golf. That's what you do. I mean, all these guys play golf. They play golf. So my grandma was like, Ryan, You need to learn to play golf. If you're going to be successful, you have to play golf, because she saw her son become successful, and he says because of golf. Well, I'm just golf,
Not
but
good at his job.
she said, I'm sure he's pretty good at his job. Anyway, she's like, "Oh, you have to learn to play golf."
Yeah.
Well, I was, so she got me lessons, and I
Okay.
was in Austin working at the time, and she's like, "You're getting lessons, you're getting lessons." So she I found this guy. She wrote him a check, mailed it to him, and I had lessons. And I'm telling you, when you have a guy standing behind you telling you how to swing the club, you're pretty darn good. As soon as you get on the course,
It's out the window. Out the window.
I don't know what just happened. So I'm very appreciative of my grandma getting me lessons, because I always hear, Ryan, your swing is actually pretty good. It just just never goes kind of out there.
Yeah. You gotta. It's one of those things you better spend some time at, right?
Yeah, and one day I say, when I have time, my kids are gone. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have all kind of time now. I mean, I used to do volleyball, ag, and competitions and all this stuff, and now, I mean, what do I got to do? Well, I got a grandchild.
They're still running all over the
So
place.
I'm still running all over the place. So
Well, I'll take care of all the R&D golf outings.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
fill
you
that
do
void if
those.
you need me to play in a tournament or
I
something.
do enjoy the golf course. The golf courses are so awesome. I mean, the way they manicure them and take care of them, and it's just beautiful and peaceful. And to be out there with friends, and my son loves to golf. Got him lessons and got him into it. And my son-in-law golfs. So when I get out there with the family, it's like, this is. Even though my golf game's not great that day, I'm with family.
Yeah.
And most of the time you're with friends. And that's what it's about. It's not about how good does your ball go, where does it go. It's about, what memory did I make today with the people that mean the most to me in my life.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favorite golf stories. I came up playing. My grandfather, my mom's dad, is the one who kind of taught me. He would take me to Lee's Par 3. I don't know if you remember.
No.
That was a little Par 3 joint, and I'd go when I was younger and in high school. But then one of my other favorite stories is we had 4 generations on the golf course one time. So my grandfather, my dad, myself, and then Jackson was he was probably 8 or 9 or so. So he wasn't really playing, but he was out there with us, and we went with my dad's brother-in-law, my uncle. So it was kind of a cool trip, because there was 4 generations of the Missildine family out there.
That's really what golf's about. It's 3 hours of, and leave your dang phone in the glove box.
If you can.
Leave it in the glove box if you can, and just take that time and enjoy that time with your family and your friends, because we never know what happens tomorrow, and what a better place to do it than a golf course. So I do love being on the golf course. I just have to work on that little part about being a good golfer.
Maybe that's an R&D summertime
There you
bonding
go.
or something
Yeah,
we'll have to do.
they will do that with R&D. So, like you see Kevin doing it, that'd be awesome.
I don't know about that.
I can't wait for
Don't drive
you.
the cart.
I want to thank everybody for listening today, and I hope you made it through. And if you did and enjoyed it, I hope you did, because we got a bunch more of them coming. This is just the very beginning of what R&D does. You're going to get into the sales, the design, the architectural of your home, and then all the way through the bank side, and then the building of it, the actual construction side. So we have so many fun, memorable stories to bring you. How we build, what's important to us is your home, your largest investment of your life. We will take care of you. Trust in us, and all it is a call. A lot of us been sitting on the fence for a while. We don't know what we're going to do. It's a simple call. We'll help you, guide you. It may not be your time right now, maybe the time in the future, or it may be the best time. I can tell you, my 20 years of experience, I'm seeing this is a great time. Prices are low to build. Interest rates are falling. They're about to hit a bottom. This is your absolute best time, in my opinion, to build a home.
You're
So
right.
it's as simple as giving that number right there on the screen a call. Justin or myself will help you, and we promise that we'll make your dreams a reality. Thanks for everything you do, and thanks for following us on Behind the Build.
RD Builders, building your dream.